Hello everyone and welcome to another weekly analysis on EMini futures, NQ futures. Today is November 5th and we're looking into the week of November 7th. What a week! The FOMC week as planned did some very big moves, but the levels held and pretty much the levels have not changed from my last video. Let's start with the 180 days 6 hourly, and if you look really closely into the 6 hourly, that's the channel that I'm looking at, and it is just touching the channel from the bottom, so hence that's a resistance there. And I've drawn that resistance to be around 11,000, so 10,953, so 11,000. So that's definitely a strong resistance. It did bounce off from there, so that resistance did hold. So hence I'm thinking it will be a weaker resistance because it has been there for 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So twice as a support became resistance once it was broken. So I'm guessing there will not be much open orders, selling orders at that level anymore. Hence if it breaks through this level, I'll definitely try to take a long, targeting the upper end of this channel. And in between there would be, it'll not just go directly, it never goes directly. If you see here, whenever it broke through the resistance, that might be some kind of economic event, it did go through the upper end like that, so it'll have a sell off and then go and touch the upper end. Hence stop losses and then managing your trade is important. Once you reach the upper end, once it sells off, then we have to again reset our bias and take the trades accordingly and from the levels that we uh, analyze from these charts. Looking into the daily, let's go into the daily here, and we can go here daily, and I'm gonna put like 15 years. It's a little bit too far away. 10 years daily chart, and looks pretty much the same for me from the daily chart. Now let's do one thing. Let's clear everything here and look for any big gaps that we may have missed. So I'm trying to scroll through this one, so sorry about that. Yeah, there was a gap here that has been filled, and there is no gaps here besides a gap way down there, which is, I doubt it'll ever go there, but you never know. But I don't see any other immediate gaps below that needs to be filled. Obviously there is a gap here that needs to be filled at some point of time, so we will put that gap here, and there is a very small gap here which is way up there. As you can see, this is a head, these are the shoulders, that's the head, and hence that's a very big resistance there at 12,040. So we'll add that as a resistance, and here I don't really see much of a pattern forming, but it had a squeeze, sold off, retesting this level, and hence for me this is a long here for sure. I like to take longs after confirmation. This is definitely a confirmation for me because it, from this level it bounced off, and hence when it is retesting I would take a long. So as of now, going into next week, I'm long biased and I'm looking for a squeeze. I do not have any open orders as of now, but for me the trend looks that it will bounce from here, and I'm going to try along and take profits as per the levels that we drew in the 6 hourly. I don't want to get into the weekly and the monthly because I don't think much things level wise anything's changed drastically. The only thing that I want to bring up is looking at the product depth on the VIX. Definitely VIX is low now. From November it looks like it is going down, but then there's a big spike in the VIX futures, what we call contangos. Hence I'm keeping an eye on that, and also keeping an eye on the 10-year note. But I'm expecting a small squeeze here, and I'll write that squeeze up. And as when there is a reversal, and I'm looking for these kind of pin bars for reversals with confirmation, obviously that has to be the trend. So if just a pin bar happens and it does not sell off, I'm not gonna try to take a short, but then I'll take a short. Ultimately it is still a bearish channel. If you see, if it is still a bearish channel down here, so we need to have a solid reversal to say that okay, we are breaking out of this bearish trend, the bigger bearish trend, which is not there yet. As always, trade safely, keep your stop losses tight, your losses small, and your profit at large. Thank you for listening.